Welcome to our celebration, commemoration of the end of our centennial year and the sealing of our time capsule. And as I walked up to the table and I saw these things, I think Linda saw the look of concern in my eye. And she says it'll all fit, but there's probably a diagram that an engineer developed for us about how it fits in the box. And I'm not in the least confident that I can make this work. But I am going to talk about the different things that are going to end up in the time capsule, and at some point I think Linda has graciously agreed to make it happen. So first, a lot of the things that we put in here, people made suggestions to us. We came up with our own ideas, and it's about the things that exemplify and represent MoDOT and what we are today. And in the last few years, for example, we've made a lot of progress and placed a lot of emphasis on the concept of safety. So we're going to include one of our hard hats and a safety vest and some safety glasses. And we've got the little handy graphic we've created about what you need to wear depending upon where you are and what time of day it is. And we also have a copy of our blueprint for safety, which is how we keep our customers safe, the travelers in the state, and how we work very hard to make that happen. We all know about the statistics and the sign we have out in the hallway that talks about how many people have lost their lives so far this year. It's down from last year, but still a horrifying number of people who lose their lives on the roads every year. We have things that exemplify our commitment to quality and innovation. So we have, for example, our tracker. This is how we run MoDOT. And we have an example of the executive summary from our long-range plan. So that's kind of a snapshot in time of what we want to do with the state, but we don't have the resources. So this tells us where we are right now. Our financial snapshot, this is the Bible I live by. We talked about putting a budget in, but that's really big. And who really cares but me and Brenda Morris, so I guess we decided not to do that. We'll use this instead. And then, ouch is right. Our report that we had for the Joint Committee on Transportation Oversight that explains to the legislature and the other people on that committee where we are in terms of transportation right now. We wanted to talk about the roads, of course. So we have a concrete core and an asphalt core. This is super paved, by the way, not just regular asphalt, super paved. And we of course had to have both because, 50 years from now, the concrete and asphalt people are both going to be here when we open this thing, and they're going to say, "Where's my stuff?" So we make sure we have them both. A photo of Barrel Bob, my favorite sports barrel, spokes barrel. And we have a lot of the safety things here as well. The reflective sheeting that we put on signs. We have, anybody know what these are? Glass beads for paint. They're so little. I always think they must be big, but they're not. And these little tabs that we put on as reflectors, sometimes we put these actually on the surface of the road. And I remember some years ago traveling with Jay Wunderlich, and this was in a time when we were perhaps not as focused on safety as we are now. And Jay pulled over to the side of the road and tried to kick one of these off of the surface. It was one, it should have been gone, but it was still there. Yeah, not a good idea, Jay. Yeah. We have some examples of this 100-year ceremony and anniversary. So we have our T-shirt, our pin, and these little reflective stickers that we created. And I don't know what this key is. Who's this? What's the key?
It's a traffic signal cabinet key.
Cool. I would like to have one of those. We have the little buckle up lapel pin. We've been focused on this for how many years? I don't know. This is how we communicate to people the need for them to always buckle up, and we used it in our primary seatbelt campaign that we still work on, but we haven't gotten it through the legislature yet. Work zone safety information. Some photos. I don't know if Kathy took this one.
I'm sure she did.
But one of the beautiful photos that Kathy took of one of our highways in the fall. our tow plow, one of our MoDOT innovations. This speaks to the innovations, and that, does this stuff go in as well?
It's all gonna go. I was trying
Okay,
to
so we
gather
have
it for you.
we had other photos. We have a little truck that has a safety message on it, but it is a nod to the importance of freight and the importance of that industry in the state. So all kinds of really cool things that we have here that'll go in the capsule. And I'm pretty confident I won't be here 50 years from now. I look out in the audience and, you know, it's possible some of you will be. And that will be great to come back and see what 50 years from now people might look at and say, wow, that's not how we do things anymore. I'm pretty sure they will be saying that. But it's always good to celebrate and think about the different things that exemplify what we do, who we are, and how proud we are of the heritage of MoDOT. 100 years is a long time. We all know that. And when you look back at that 100 years, the changes that have occurred and the growth in this organization, and I think the thing that I'm always most proud of is that while we are a government agency, we are not a bureaucracy. We are people who serve the taxpayers of Missouri, and we serve them in so many important ways. And I'm grateful to all of you for being part of Team MoDOT. I'm happy that you're all with us today. And now, Linda, I'm supposed to try to load this in here, or what's the deal? I'm following instructions.
Yeah, we can try to load it.
We can try. I mean, I remember someone explaining to me one time how you put the big rocks in first, then the medium-sized rocks, and then you pour in the
Just
sand.
channel your dad.
Channel my dad, who could pack a trunk, and not good at that. But
Yeah, I would put those in first.
put these large things in. I'm not sure why the asphalt it gets its own bag. It must chip off or something.
And I think all this other stuff just kind of sticks.
You see, my dad would say, well, you could put stuff inside the hat before you put that in. I'm pretty excited, guys, because I really had no sense I could actually do this. And we have a lid.
Your lid is right there.